Welcome to our community. Susie Thomas here with you this morning, talking with Sam Hitchcock from First Town Days. Good morning, Sam.
Good morning. How are you doing?
Doing great. Thanks for joining us. You seem to be pretty involved in First Town Days. How long have you been involved with this celebration?
Oh gosh, have probably been involved for pretty close to 30 years.
Wow.
I've been the chairman of the festival since 1999 after our unfortunate passing of our longtime chairman, Al Maloney.
So once a person is chairman, they get to be chairman. Since 1999 is a pretty long stint.
I don't think anybody else wants the job. One of those.
You do it so well. They just don't want you to ever retire from it because you've got it down to a science now.
Well, I am so fortunate to have such a great committee, and most of our committee are family people, which is perfect because we tout ourselves as a family festival, and we have entertainment for all members of the family, all ages.
It truly is. And why First Town Days? And we should say where this takes place and when.
This year it will be June the 30th through July the 4th. We're basically a 4.5-day festival. Because of the way certain activities fall. We had to include an earlier half a day to be able to do the opening ceremonies before the festival begins in full force.
And why is it called First Town Days, just for those of us who ought to know but don't?
Well, we take that away from Schönbrunn, the first Christian Indian settlement, Moravian settlement. Down at Schönbrunn was the first community in Ohio, and that we took that as out of history to name the festival.
Yes, and so are there kinds of things woven into the celebration that honor Schönbrunn, or is the title where it stops?
No, pretty much the title is just was something that was chosen back then. I'm not sure what all the reasoning was behind it because I wasn't involved then, but I know that in 1976, when all of the communities were celebrating the country's bicentennial, the Parks and Recreation and some other civic-minded people were aware that our jewel of the Tuscarora Park, the 1928 Herschel Stillman Carousel, was in need of repair. And so, after the festival in 1996 was over when it was done in the square of New Philadelphia, these people decided, let's maybe do it again and try to raise money to restore the carousel. So they weren't able to get it together for 1977, but they did get it together in 78. They had a festival, provided money for the carousel restoration. And at the end of the festival, everybody decided they were having such a great time and that it was a fun thing to do. And so 39 years later, we're still having fun.
Let's just make it an annual event. I love that this grew from the bicentennial. So many things grew from our country's bicentennial that year.
That's true, and many communities did the same thing. We weren't the only ones, and everyone picked a theme. We were fortunate because, since we were raising money for the carousel, since we have such a beautiful park system in New Philadelphia, we were able to move the festival to Tuscarora Park, and we adopted, of course, the carousel horse as our logo.
So cool. Now, is that where this will be located again this year, only in Tuscarora Park? Does it spread throughout the streets? Isn't there a parade, something like that?
Well, yes, there is a parade. We go outside the park for the parade. The parade pretty much circles the entire center of town. It takes quite a while. We will have between 100 and 150 units in the parade. It's one of the biggest parades in the area. And when the lead unit of the parade hits the park, which takes about 45 minutes, the back end of the parade hasn't even started yet.
Oh, really? Oh, my goodness. So how does a person or a unit become involved in the parade? Is that all already selected for this year?
No, I'm glad you asked that. We have a website. It's www.firsttowndays.com. All anyone has to do that is interested in the parade or really anything else out with the festival is get on that website, go over to the menu bar on the right-hand side, and go to Applications. You click on the Applications tab, and that will take you to a whole list of different events that require application. And the parade application is there. They can, majority of our applications can be filled out online and then printed out and then either dropped off at the park office or mailed into the address.
Absolutely wonderful. And if you've got a neat unit, go ahead, sign up, be part of the parade. For a small town, Sam, how is it that you can have such a long parade and still have people watching the parade?
Well, it's very easy. Early in the morning, if you drive up down the parade route, you'll see blankets and lawn chairs set out. People will stake out their territory very early so that they can be on hand and just where they want to be for the parade.
It's just a load of fun. June 30th through July 4th this year. Walk us through when everything will be taking place. We've got the time. Let's go ahead and just spell it all out for us.
Okay, well, the festival activities start Friday, June the 24th with the Scholarship Queens pageant. You know, we have a queen every year that represents the festival, not only during the festival days, but all around through the following year throughout the state of Ohio. We are members of the Ohio Festivals and Events Convention. We have one of our board members. One of the board members is on our festival, and he is the chair of the Queens Committee, and that's Joe Croft, who serves on the Queens Committee with his wife, Mindy Croft, and another member who is also the Queen's chaperone is Teresa Moran. That is a very important event, probably one of the most important events for the festival because she is our goodwill ambassador, our queen, and the attendants who travel throughout the state.
And let me stop you right there. You said that was a scholarship pageant, so I'm taking that it's a way for young ladies to earn scholarships for college. What colleges are participating? What can they earn?
Well, they earn the queen gets the scholarship is awarded $1,500, and that is provided again this year by the New Philadelphia VFW. They have been a long-time supporter of our festival. They used to sponsor a carousel horse, and then when the carousel horse we got to a place where we couldn't buy the quality of horse that we wanted, and at about the same time we needed another sponsor for the Queen's pageant, and the VFW responded to that. And just a couple of years ago, they increased the amount of the award from $1,000 to the Queen to $1,500 for the Queen. The second attendant will get $750, and the third, or the first attendant, $750. The second attendant is $500, and that, you know, with the skyrocketing costs of higher education, you know, this is something that we think is very important to be.
And every penny helps. That's for sure. That's wonderful. Okay, I didn't mean to stop you there, but I kind of did because that's important. So let's continue.
Well, we also have another scholarship event. When our 17-year-long chairman passed away, we created a scholarship in his memory, the Al Maloney Memorial Scholarship. We award 5 $1,000 scholarships to young people throughout the community. And that is chaired by Cheryl Graham from the New Philadelphia school system. She does an excellent job, and she dropped off the packet. I'm one of the judges that has to judge the packets. We don't know who these young people are. Everything's redacted. But she told me, I believe there's 14 applicants, and we will select 5 of those for $1,000 scholarships in Al Maloney's memory.
Fantastic.
So, we think it's very important, important enough that we have one of the things that we do to support the scholarship is the Junior Parade Marshal event. And that's where young kids will have the canisters throughout the community and try to raise money to help support these scholarships. We call it little kids raising money for big kids to go to school. And it just adds to the family flavor of First Town Days Festival.
Oh, fantastic. Will they be presented at some point during First Town Days, or how will recipients
be? The Junior Parade Marshals will be awarded and chosen at the Queen's event on the 24th at Welty Auditorium.
And then the scholarship recipients receive their scholarships when?
The scholarships for the Maloney scholarships will be awarded during the opening ceremonies which will take place at 6 p.m. on June the 30th, right at the El Maloney Midway stage.
Oh, my. So cool. Well, you're going to make some people's days that day. That's exciting. Okay, take us what happens next.
Well, when the festival starts on June the 30th, actually, we've got some entertainment in line for you first before the opening ceremonies. At 2 o'clock, Todd T. Taylor will be spinning the classic oldies. Todd's been a popular entertainer with us for many years. 4 o'clock, the Midway officially opens. We've got just a whole variety of tasty festival foods. We pick only vendors who are going to give the best food at the best pricing, and we've been very happy. We've got 5 of them that have been with us the entire 39 years. 4 o'clock also, Karam's Martial Arts, another long-time demonstration that's been with us. They'll be doing a demonstration for martial arts, karate, in front of the El Maloney Midway stage. One of our own committee people, a very talented individual, Eddie Kilpatrick, and his acoustic thingy will be on the Midway stage at 5 p.m.
Let me stop you there. His acoustic thingy?
Yes, he sings and plays amazing guitar.
Oh, is it called the acoustic thingy?
You'll see he performs all throughout here. He's pretty busy with his art. He gets a lot of music out of that guitar and vocal.
Very cool.
While he's doing that, we're going to have people signing up for the bocce tournament, which will take place at 7 o'clock that evening. Right after the opening ceremonies, which I think I mentioned, opening ceremonies are at 6 o'clock. That's when the mayor, which will be Mayor Joel Day, will officially welcome everyone and officially open the festival for business. After the opening ceremonies and the El Maloney Awards, then we will have the popular souvenir plate auction. That's at 6:30. This year, we're celebrating the 100-year anniversary of the New Philadelphia Quaker Marching Band, and that will be our plate design.
Wonderful.
So that's something that we will auction off the first 5 numbered plates, and after the auction, then we will be selling the balance of those plates at the First Town Days office right near the stage. Very popular event, very popular souvenir plate design, and the last time we had the New Philadelphia Marching Band featured on one of our souvenir plates, they sold out very quickly.
Oh, yes,
and we're anticipating the same thing. So anyone that would like to have one of those plates, they better line up quick because they will go very quickly. And just about everyone in this community has had someone in the band.
That's what I was thinking. Think of how many years you are covering where someone has either played in the band or a family member or a great friend has played in the band. Everyone's going to want that. What do those plates sell for when they are?
Plates sell for $20 for a regular plate, and I think we're charging $22 for a numbered plate. Some people, for whatever reason, they want numbered plates. After the first 5 are gone, the balance of the first 50 are numbered, and some people have special numbers that they go for whatever reason, and they request those numbers every year.
And now, does this money go towards the scholarships that you give away? I'm thinking for the people who are bidding on the first 5.
Well, then the profits of some of the proceeds of some of these things that we have would go in different directions. There's a certain fundraiser we do, like a quarter auction, is strictly for the Queen's travel. The Junior Parade Marshal is to raise money for the scholarships. We have other things that proceeds that we'll use so that we're able to give those scholarships away for the El Maloney scholarships every year. And then anything that we have, proceeds over and above our operating expenses or our scholarship activities, then we try to look every year and try to see something we can do to enhance the beauty and usability of Tuscarora Park. We've done a lot of different things. We have provided a flagpole for the baseball field. We provided a hand railing coming down the hill at the other side of the park. We co-sponsored that. The fountain that was outside the main office that sat dormant for years and years, a fountain that was first installed and created by the WPA project back in the 30s. We took proceeds of First Town Days Festival and made that fountain operative again.
Wow.
And if you want to see the popularity of that, just go through the park any of these days, and the kids are swarming around that fountain. They love it.
That's for sure. We're speaking with Sam Hitchcock about First Town Days. We're going to take a break. You're listening to Our Community.